Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista from Hebert's Down Home. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I'd love to have you click that subscribe button down below. It's Inspiration and Encouragement Monday once again. A few weeks ago, we talked about the path before us and how God walks that path in front of us. Today, we're going to talk about the path that we leave behind us, as well as a quick foster care update. Alright friends, well, it is once again a rumbly, rainy day, and I am sitting outside. I was hoping to beat the rain, but it's raining around me, and that is okay. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be outside as long as I can, but we may have to change locations for this video midstream. So if that happens, you know what happened. It rained on me. It's just lightly raining right now, and I'm under kind of an overhang, so I should be good, hopefully. So anyway, I just wanted to come back to you guys because I think it's really cool how God kind of puts things together in some of our devotionals. And I had been reading in the book of Psalms, and I shared that with you a while back about the path before us. And then as I got into the books of 1st and 2nd Timothy, there's a little intro in my Bible to those books. And I oftentimes read from, I think I've shared this before with you. This is a Max Lucado Inspirational Study Bible. And so, but there are many different little devotionals in here, you know, by all different authors. And then I think that Max Lucado writes the little intro to each book of the Bible. And in the intro to those books, it came up with something that I've kind of never thought about before, but went very much along with our last Inspiration and Encouragement Monday video about the path that God walks before us, and that we are to follow. But it says in there, it talks about how we are not the first ones to walk these paths that we follow, that someone has walked these paths before us. It's really coming down rain now. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain, but it's really pretty. Not only do we not walk the path first, there are also others that are going to follow our path as well. And I kind of thought this was an interesting concept. So as I got into the books of 1st and 2nd Timothy, I learned about how Paul was discipling Timothy, how he was teaching him and guiding him, and how Timothy was walking the trail behind Paul. And I think that there are others that have definitely gone before us as well on our journey and on your journeys, and maybe they didn't do the same things that you're doing, but they are the ones who sort of inspired you to follow God's path, to follow the path that God puts before you. And so I just think about that, and I think about how there are those that have gone before me and followed God's path, and there will be those who are behind me who will also follow God's path, and how we are to disciple them and how we are to be an example to them. Like I talked about in the other video, that we are all called to different things that we are passionate about. But we can still disciple those who are also following God's path. So there's those that have gone before us that are discipling us, and then there's us walking the path that God has laid before us, and then there are those following us that we need to disciple, but all on God's path, all doing different things, all doing the things that we're passionate about. So then I came across something else that I wanted to share with you as well this last week. And this actually is from Hebrews, and let's see, Hebrews 10:35. Therefore do not cast away your confidence, which has great reward, for you have need of endurance, so that after you have done the will of God, you may receive the promise. And so it just makes me really think about that confidence that we are to have, that confidence in God and in the trail that He's making for us, in the path that He's making for us, as well as the confidence that we are to have for ourselves, and not lose that confidence that we are doing the right things, that God is guiding our footsteps. And you know, as problems arise and things come up, I think it's really easy to think, are we really doing the right thing? Is this really what we're supposed to be doing? Is this really what we want to be doing? And kind of question that. And these verses in Hebrews talk about how we're not to lose. Don't cast away your confidence, which has great reward. For you have need of this endurance, and that confidence gives us the endurance we need to keep following the trail. And I keep thinking about, you know, when we're on a path, when we're on a trail, we need that endurance to get to where we're supposed to be going, and how we need that, and how that confidence provides that for us. If we don't have that confidence, we're probably going to go astray and off the path and go the shortcut way back home, right? That's sometimes where I want to go. When things get hard, I just want to take that shortcut and go. But having that confidence that God is giving us all that we need in order to keep walking His path. So that is my word of encouragement for you today. Number one, keep walking that path that God has set before you. Number two, disciple those who are behind you, and look ahead for those who are discipling you. And they're such a blessing. I have found a sweet, sweet friend who is actually discipling me in the foster care journey, another foster mom who is such an encouragement, and who is able to speak such truth, and who is able to see so clearly not only the path that God has set before us, but also the fear that Satan tries to instill in us, and how he tries to break down our confidence so that we won't follow that trail. So I just want to encourage you to encourage others, to find your own encouragement, and to follow that trail that God has set before you. Follow that path, follow His footsteps that He's laying out in front of you, and have confidence. Okay, I have one thing to ask of you, and then we're going to do a quick foster care update. But what I want to ask of you guys is for your Q&A questions. I've had a few questions specifically related to foster care, but I think it's going to be kind of a mixed Q&A, foster care, homeschool, large family life, whatever you want to ask me about, I am happy to answer. Trim Healthy Mama, any of those questions, and I'm going to do a Q&A video here in the next few weeks. I'm starting to gather those questions up. So if you guys have any questions, I would love to hear from you down in the comments below. In my last Inspiration and Encouragement Monday video, I shared with you guys that we were a couple months out from foster care yet, from being completely licensed. And the latest update is this. We weren't expecting to hear anything until the first part of October, and even then it was going to be probably mid to end of October before we had our walkthrough and actually received our final licensing. But things have been sped up quite a bit, and we actually got a call at the very end of August that our paperwork had cleared the state, and that we were set to have our state licensing walkthrough within the next week. So I pushed it off just a little bit. I needed a little bit more time to clean. I wasn't prepared for that at all, because here we are, end of August, early September, and we were expecting mid-October. So we're gonna clean a little bit. We spent Labor Day weekend rearranging bedrooms a little bit more, and getting things set up, getting a crib set up, a bed set up, all of that kind of stuff that we thought we had time to do. And we're ready. We're really ready. We are. And within the next week, we are gonna have our walkthrough from the state. And once that happens, a few days to a week later, we will receive our license and be ready to have foster kids in our home. Thank you so much for watching today, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.